Well, hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Ellen. So we're gonna have fun on Friday. Friday fun. Let's call it Friday fun instead of Floral Friday. But we're gonna do some florals today. And check out this little cute little palette that I've gotten. There's a link in my Amazon shop for that. I can talk about that. Really simple, fast, no traceable, no drawing, playing with color in your brushes, just moving your brushes, working fast. Working fast is the key, and moving the brushes, just dancing around the paper, moving fast and dancing. I know, I'm making you crazy, but that is the key to really just getting loose with paint and watercolor. And I really just want people to like have fun with color. So if you're struggling with all those things, like moving fast, making it loose, and color, this tutorial is for you and just shows you how I go about it, what my process is, you know. If you have any questions in the comment section, and if you're a Patreon member, you get the extended version with a little add on the details, etc., etc. And if you want to be a Patreon member, click the link in the description box for my Patreon. We have extended, extra, weekly exclusive videos. You got a Facebook group page. You get a live stream on the top tier. All these goodies. It's just a place people go and support my channel, which I super appreciate. So, without further ado, let's have fun on Friday. Let's get some color. Let's get some happiness going here and play with watercolor. All right, let's go. All right, everyone, let's go over some supplies. I'm using a block by Fabriano. This is the purple one. This is the bright white, 100% cotton cold pressed. I'll have it in the description box. I think there's a link on my Amazon shop. I have these new palettes I've been playing with. Look, isn't this the cutest little thing ever? It's like a little house, and it's reversible. There's another kind of side to it. They're on my Amazon shop. I don't even get any Amazon shop. I get like minimal affiliate money, and these guys don't. They don't give me anything, so I'm just telling you that I just bought them because I like them. They're kind of cute, and I figured I'd try them out. Playing around with different kind of things these days. So for this exercise, I'm going to start with some flat wash brushes. This is just a 1-inch craft wash flat wash brush. Say that 10 times fast. This is 3/4 from Princeton Velvet Touch, but not necessary. You can get a cheap one. Playing with lots of colors today. Play whatever colors you feel that you're in the mood for. It could be cool tones and blues and purples and greens mixed with a little brights. It could be hot tones. I've just threw a bunch of colors in today. I've been playing with whatever. So, you know, I mean, not necessarily just basically all the colors on the planet. I have bright, brilliant orange here. I just got some new tubes. And this is the bright rose, this ultramarine blue, and this is this color called verditer blue, which I've used many times in my videos here. I got a new tube, so. And then I'm playing with my regular colors that I have over here. So I can't decide if I want to do super bright or a muted, a combination of the both, and start off. Sometimes I can start off painting the background and then painting in, but I think I'm just going to start playing with taking this brush and grabbing some of this lovely pinky color. Bright rose. Now it's a little too bright. I might mix a little of this cadmium red light with it to get that pinky red that I'm looking for. I don't know. I don't know where this is going to come out. This is what I'm saying. When you're doing an abstract, it's kind of fun just to play. There's no rhyme and reason and rules. And I'm just going to take this, and I'm making all this noise here. And I'm just going to move the brush in strokes like this. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to play with it. And I might grab some water. See, just little marks like this. Sometimes you just got to play. You see, making some chisel marks on the side here. Look at that. It kind of looks like a peony, right? You can even do a peony with one of these brushes. Who knew? Well, let's just play with something like that over here. I wanted to do something a little more linear, but we'll start working with that for now. I can grab a little of this red while it's still damp and wet and play with it. See, just made 3. I like to do things in 3s, odd numbers. Still wet. I'm going to grab some cadmium yellow deep. Let's get some yellow tones kind of happening in here. I'm in a bright, happy mood, so let's paint some bright, happy stuff. I'm just gonna twisting my brush. You know, play with new brushes. If you haven't tried a flat wash brush, look, I got some green happening because I have mixed it in with my ultramarine blue. Oops. I'm just kind of, see, I'm just twisting my brush. Having a little fun. It's the name of the game in my world today. Why be sad, right? If it's gonna be horrible weather outside, let's bring the fun inside. At this point, I want to start putting in some marks of like greens I'm mixing Prussian blue in here. Just to give me some grounding of where I'm going to put these like stems and whatever. Kind of haphazard right now. I'll add a little burnt umber here. Kind of mute this color a little more. And I'm going to use a chisel end. I'm just going to start to stick some green stems kind of happening. Like I said, there's no rhyme and reason to my little madness, but it is a lot of fun. I like that fun. You should too. We should get excited about color. You know, sometimes it's always about planning with watercolor ahead of time. But sometimes it's just fun to experiment. And you're never going to do that unless you just try. And, of course, I know I'm using really good paper, and some people are like, well, she's just making a mess on the really good paper. But, frankly, it's kind of like how you need to play with the color and the water consistency. See, this consistency is really thick. It's like, it's not butter. It's kind of like a heavy cream, right? It's hardly moving. And I'm just going to play with using the chisel end of this brush to create stems. See? Little skinny lines, you can do that. And then when you twist it, look at that. Look at that. Now it's difficult to do it the other way, but I tried it, see? I could mush the whole painting, which you guys are going to say, why does she do that? Because I can. Now we want a variety of greens here. So I'm adding some more Prussian blue and some burnt umber in here. Get some dark tones. Building blocks of the fun here. Really just kind of like contrast against that lovely pink, right? Again, that twisty movement. You gotta try it. So I'm kind of leaning my composition going down to the right a little bit. I could kind of keep going back over around and changing it up a little more. I'm keeping with the brights, I guess. I'm going to grab some yellow. Oh, actually, I don't even need to grab orange because I make orange. I have orange. I'll just grab some brilliant orange and mix it with my yellow. Oh, isn't that special? Still using this brush. Let's play around with this brush. Just pushing down on it. Don't be afraid to play with it. Now, normally I would say, don't be so harsh on your brush. And I'm actually not pounding on the paper. I'm just pushing down on it. So, a little different. So the brush dictates the kind of petals you have, right? I'm using that flat wash brush. If I start to go ahead and use like this Princeton 12 round Velvet Touch series, it's a loose kind of brush, the petals will change. Make it a little more rounded. I'm going to tippy tap and twist here and create some kind of fun little, look at that. And this orange is getting a little too dull. I'm going to actually grab the real brilliant orange. Kind of bleed that in there. I was getting like a muddy orange. I didn't want a muddy orange. And I'll go up here and do the same kind of thing. Wiggle the paintbrush. Just playing with the paintbrush. Look at that. Wiggle, wiggle. Literally in like less than 5 minutes, you have something really kind of pretty. Of course, it's still not there yet. We're going to do fun stuff. Let's grab this green. Stems and leaves, you know, play with like movement. You're going up and push down, you know, things like that. You can grab, like for instance, a long round brush. I'm going to grab again make a deeper green. Get my Prussian in there. Mixing up consistency is now like I said, heavy cream. And you go up, use your brush and go down like that. And lovely leaves, you can cross over. You can use some browns and yellow ochres. And right now it's looking kind of like, like springy lily Pulitzer kind of colors. Let's get some more muted tones in there. Got the burnt sienna happening here. Can mix that more with the green too and change the green a little bit more. So I got some browns happening here. Don't be afraid to mix in some very muted colors, even some grays. I'm just kind of taking this number 8 and see, I'm just kind of wiggling. Be free with your paper and your paints. Don't be so stiff. See, that's the beginnings of something that I like. I'm going to go back in now and start to play with some color. Get another round of the pink. Right out of the tube, kind of mushing this. You get used to like moving the paint around. And I've painted some of these shapes for a long time, so I get used to painting it. Just tippy tapping up top and kind of pushing down on the bottom. It already starts to look like a peony. I don't even know how that happened. It wasn't my intention. I really had an intention of doing more like a stock kind of flower. But I just went with it. And now I'll go up here and I'll add like the stock type of flower that I was looking to do. Just on that green there. Get a little thicker with this bright pink. We're filling it all in. I can make like a little stock kind of thing happening up here, and I'll go add the greenery to that. Just kind of pushing it down. Again, I'll take this bright color, get real intense in here. On one side, even add some of the pink around this orange, just to get a little deeper. Really, in 10 minutes, that's what I did, 10 minutes. It's, you know, it doesn't really take a lot to make something look simple and pretty. I haven't used my verditer blue yet. Let's just loosen this guy up a little bit. So now we have a lot of hot tones, right? In color theory, you got the cools and the hots. And now we're going to kind of combine some cool tones in here. I'm going to just add them. You know, you want to overpower it. You want to just do like touches of it. So I'm going to just kind of put touches of this blue. That's a little too watery. Let's add some more pigment. Kind of happening in here. Just kind of tapping it in. Maybe I'll add another stem of this blue. I'll add some green connecting in or brown. Look how that changed. Your eye is really kind of just going to the blue. Take the ultramarine even deeper. Right? Just getting right in there. You can make some fun marks. Doesn't have to be like a perfect little lines. Get a little more abstract. What is this? It could be like a coneflower, but it's not. I don't know. I just know that I'm enjoying the color. I'm feeling the fun of the color. And that's what I want people to do. I want them to feel free about playing with color, you know. I feel like it's moved around a little too much, the blue. Maybe I would have concentrated in one area. And now this is where you get a little more sophisticated. You're going to change up and add some more depth to your picture. I'm going back with the blue and the brown, making a deeper green again, really dark. Come on. More brown in here. Let's just get some more deep green happening in and around this section. You see your eyes now going towards the middle. Where do you want the person to look? What does it even matter to you? I mean, this is what I'm saying, planning a composition. You can either plan it or just play with it. And once you start playing with it, then you can go back in and say, okay, what does it need? What does it doesn't need? What does it got too much of? Right now it needs something to anchor these floating kind of flowers. So I'm adding in these deep greens. You see, it's not floating as much. It's kind of anchoring the flowers. They could float if they wanted to. And adding some more green in this space. Starting to fill in. And you can also just fill it in with just color too. We can take, which I've done many times, and I know people go crazy over kind of mushing the color, but here I'm just going to add some like chartreusey kind of green, kind of just pushing the color around, filling it in. Voila. Literally, this took 0 time. The nuances are always in like the details with this. You grab a skinny brush, and again, I'm mixing up some green. I didn't connect the blue. Remember this little guy that I made? I'm going to connect it so it's kind of floating there. And Handy did a stem and all that good stuff. And then I like to do some kind of little sprays happening out here. Maybe some leaves kind of floating down and around, crisscrossing. And they can be deeper and lighter. Right? That is just a simple spring painting. Really kind of simple. And how long did that take me? And you get a little more in depth with adding in some deeper color. So I'll go back in again with this lovely little pinks. You go in a couple of times, 2 or 3 times, and you add in the depth. A little bit on the right, and more on the left. And I would add a center, maybe like a nice yellow in the center. Add a little depth underneath some of these little stalks here. Just that deeper color, change that. And the center, it's got a little yellow muddy. Kind of put some yellow in here. You could always try the yellow first too. And I'll add a little brown to that too. Just to anchor the yellow. I'll put a little brown on this one. And see, now the orange looks really flat. There's no dimension to it. You'll have to make that darker too. So I'm adding the cadmium red light. I'll go and add some of that pink too. Again, just little lines with the Princeton 8. Kind of wiggling in. And voila. And then the same thing with the yellow. Maybe have a little orangey yellow. You could add another color too, but this is perfect. See, I'm just kind of wiggling, really fast, moving, wiggle, jiggle, add some little lines. Why moving fast is great is because it doesn't make you don't think too much. You don't think too hard. And when you think too hard, you overwork stuff. You just go for it. Voila! In 16 minutes. That's it. Made a really pretty floral, right? I don't want to overwork this baby, but that's it. That's all it took. 16, 17 minutes. And people will say, well, you've been doing it for a long time. Well, it's because I'm playing. I think I suggest to everybody, just get out the paints, play. Don't slam your brushes on the paper. Just move them around. Do this wiggle jiggle thing. You want some floors that are small and tiny and intimate, and then you want some that are big and bold. You want to do a composition that has a variety of items, right? Different kind of petals and flowers. See, I kind of added just little lines here, etc., to enhance it. And that's that. So I hope you enjoyed this really quick tutorial on having fun with color and moving fast. Moving fast is the key, right? If you have any questions in the comment section, and if you're a Patreon member, you get the extended part. And if you want to be a Patreon member, click the link below in the description box, where you got lots of extended, add-on, extra, and weekly exclusives that are really long, extensive. I just did a really long, extensive one that people were asking about mountains and streams, so there you go. So thank you guys for stopping by my channel. Take care, have a fantastic day, and play with the color. Look at that color. I mean, my palette right there says it all, right? Don't look at that one. Have fun, guys. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.